You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Suazay's gaming, man, or Suazay reaction, whatever you want to call me. But we got the baby right now. He going viral right now by some stuff he said on the Rolling Loud show. I mean, the only people taking offense to it is the people that's, of that nature. But, I'm not the one to speak on that because I have much love to the LGBTQ community, whatever it is. But, let's just get into it, man. Let's see what they got going on. Make sure you hit that like button too, man, and the subscribe button. Right with your boy. My channel ain't no channel where I'm gonna just, be somebody else to get subscribers and views, man. I'm gonna be myself. If you don't like me, you can leave the video right now. You don't fuck me, leave the video right now. But if you rocking with me, at least take the time to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. That supports me, feel me? And I'm gonna support y'all with these videos, bro.
Put his cell phone like the fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone like that.
That's crazy.
There's an old saying in the world that you reap what you sow, and sometimes it seems that this phrase honestly doesn't apply to people who absolutely deserve it. But in the case of DaBaby, some people are honestly wondering if it's going a bit too far, or if this is a case of karma coming in at just the right time.
I feel like it is going a bit too far, man, because I feel like the people who's really mad at DaBaby, it's the people who really has HIV and STDs and doing the stuff he said. I feel like those are the only people that's responding to this situation, because I heard him say it, but you don't see me on Instagram, you don't see me on Twitter. Oh, but DaBaby, you're wrong for saying this, because that's not my part. That's not my job. I don't get paid for that. Everybody got their own opinions and personal thoughts on other people and what they shouldn't do, but then again, you gotta let them live their life, bruh. But at the same time, it's still not your business. Everybody got their own opinion on what he should have said or what he shouldn't have said. And then when he apologized, everybody's still mad. There's never enough
time in order to render its justice, because DaBaby recently made comments that were slurs and people wanted him gone as a result, and they're getting their wish in various ways. We'll break it down for you, but before we do that, go ahead and do us a favor by leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you never miss.
You don't know how much that helps, man. You leave a like on the video, it gets it to other people so my video can be shared, and it's YouTube's algorithm. If you like the video, it shows other people the video. If you don't, nobody else will see the video. So if you're watching the video and you want to enjoy it, and if you're rocking with your boy Suazay Reactions and Suazay Gaming, then hit the like button for me and hit the subscribe button, man. And shout out to this YouTuber as well.
Miss an upload from us. And with that being said, let's get into the video. The original comments. What this all really revolves around is the content of the comments DaBaby made during his Rolling Loud performance recently. According to a video posted by TMZ, DaBaby encouraged the audience to put their cell phone flashlights in the air if they, quote, didn't show up today with HIV/AIDS or any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that will make you die in 2 to 3 weeks.
What makes you think you could say something like that and not have no kind of consequences to it at the end of the day? You know how big the LGBTQ, whatever it is, community, you know how big they are, bro? You're not going to just say something and think you're going to get away with it. Especially at that Rolling Loud concert, I'm pretty sure it was a lot of people in that situation that you put under a lot of stress and had them thinking like, yo, I might be at the wrong concert. Maybe I should go see goddamn Kodak Black or something.
Weeks, among further derogatory remarks about HIV/AIDS and the LGBTQ plus people. Naturally, this drew the ire of a lot of people, including some we'll single out later on, as many saw this as not only tactless, but insulting, misleading in regards to what HIV/AIDS really is, and more. DaBaby took to Twitter to offer an apology for his comments, albeit in a
I'm sorry for pausing, but matter of fact, I have a question for y'all, man. If you're watching this video, if you think that rappers or any kind of rich person should have a, like, for example, Drake, excuse me, or Drake should have like a house that has like 30 rooms, and then there should be a homeless person on the street with no rooms, dislike the video. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it real, man. That's me sneezing, no editing, I don't give a fuck.
Grudging sounding manner that stopped well short of mollifying all of his LGBTQ supportive critics. Anybody who done ever been affected by AIDS, HIV, y'all got the right to be upset, DaBaby wrote.
Exactly. The only people that's upset is the people that's been affected by AIDS and HIV. So everybody you see commenting the bad news on his comments are the ones with HIV and AIDS. So beware.
What I said was insensitive, even though I have no intentions on offending anybody. So my apologies. But the LGBT community, I ain't tripping on y'all. Y'all business is y'all business. Oh, it got worse though. The rapper suggested that his comments had been digested wrong in another tweet.
I don't think it was digested wrong. In my opinion, insensitive is the wrong word. Because you got people out there that has HIV and AIDS, and you know what they do? They go sleep with every person they can because they got it. Not majority of them, but majority of them. People who has that is most of them who get locked up. Like for example, there was this one story on a female who slept with over 1,000 men and was arrested. A female with AIDS who slept with over 1,000 men just so she can pass it on, just because she was given AIDS. So she felt like that she should give it to everyone else. So
I tell fans to put a cell phone light in the air and y'all start a Million Man March. I told you y'all digested that wrong, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm impressed. Now show the same amount of support when a racist cop kills one of our black. You're not.
You're not.
Apparently in response to brands making moves to distance themselves from DaBaby in the wake of the remarks, he wrote, "For any brands, networks, or artists that like to profit."
This is what I hate about people. When you're a celebrity, it's cons and pros, but yo, you can't live your life the way you want to live it, bro. Because I'm pretty sure if a regular person would have said that with no followers, probably a couple of hundred followers, 300 followers, 1,000 followers, if a regular person would have said that, it wouldn't have even made the news. But the fact that DaBaby has followings and a little bit of fame, and he says something that everybody's already thinking, is a whole controversial man march. You know, like it's just, well, I'm not gonna say controversial because he did say it, but it's a whole freaking man march. Like he said, it's like probably a million other tweets that says the same thing that compares to DaBaby, but you don't see them getting blocked or being on the news or whatnot. I mean,
off of black rappers' influence on the culture without understanding it or having the patience to deal with what comes with the position we play in our culture. Keep your money next time. In conclusion, he tweeted, "Other than that, y'all cheer the F up and be proud of who you are, because you can't make me feel less of myself." You almost have to wonder if he was trying to dig himself into a deeper hole, because it certainly felt that way. He started out fine and then just kept going down until he eventually sank to the bottom of the pit, and yelling at him from the top were not just friends, but legends. The reactions from peers. Not surprisingly, as these comments and the apology went around the internet, a lot of people came out to speak on it in one form or another. Dua Lipa, who collaborated with DaBaby on the wildly popular remix of her song Levitating, took to her Instagram story to condemn them personally. "I'm surprised and horrified at DaBaby's comments," Lipa wrote on her Instagram story. "I really don't recognize this as the person I worked with. I know my fans know where my heart lies and that I stand 100% with the LGBT."
That's another thing I do not like. I very despise it. Because most of these famous people, most of these artists who you think are such a good person, oh, what she's doing right now with this person, she's doing that for clout. Because think about it, she couldn't have spoke on him. If you work with this guy and you're good, you know, your heart lies with people who you work with, you wouldn't have spoke on it unless you're clout chasing, bro. You're 100% with the LGBTQ community. Yet, what have you done for them? Honestly.
Community. We need to come together.
Stop trying to chase money and trying to chase views to make more money for yourself.
To fight the stigma and ignorance around HIV/AIDS. And then there was Elton John, a man who is not only a legend in the industry, but knows all too well the hatred and pain that lies like DaBaby's can spread if taken seriously.
Not one rapper that I know that says I support the LGBTQ whatever community has started a program to support these people, man.
Criticized the rapper for spreading misinformation and took to Twitter to debunk these myths and judgments to raise awareness about the AIDS epidemic. We've been shocked to read about the HIV misinformation and homophobic statements made at a recent DaBaby show. This fuels stigma and discrimination and is the opposite of what our world needs to fight the AIDS epidemic, he wrote. The tweet also included a list of facts about HIV noting that the stigma and shame around HIV and homosexuality is a huge driver of this vulnerability. You can live a long and healthy life with HIV. Treatment is so advanced that with one pill a day, HIV can become undetectable in your body, so you can't pass it on to other people. John concluded by urging...
What? Did they just say? It becomes undetectable, so you can't pass it onto another person's body? Who y'all trying to fool? Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? What? Are you, what? It becomes undetectable. What?
Influencers to spread compassion and love for the...
What I know is these scientists, doctors, black, white, Asian, yellow, orange, purple, black, red, I don't care what color. None of them made a medicine that cures anything, bro. Everything treats. When you read the goddamn medicine box, it treats. It never cures. Talking about what? Undetectable? Are you serious? You made me drop my goddamn... You made me drop my mouse, man.
Marginalized people in our communities. Homophobic and HIV mistruths have no place in our society and industry, and as musicians, he wrote, a musician's job is to bring people together. Very true. Many musicians are seen as beacons of light in a world that doesn't understand them. And
a musician's job is to bring people together. First of all, I don't agree with that. Because all musicians, most of y'all artists is goddamn, y'all puppets. Y'all puppets. And the music y'all make isn't bringing people together. It's killing other people. Because y'all rap nothing about money, clothes, hoes, shows, lean, catching bodies, the best trees, the best girl, the best highs. How is that bringing people together, man?
And so for comments like this to be made is not only detrimental to what music is supposed to do, it's hurting those that are a part of the group that DaBaby is slandering. When you take a step back and look at things, you might wonder, is anything honestly going to happen to DaBaby because of this? To which we reply, things have already happened. Cancellations. You see, especially in today's day and age, if you say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, sponsors and various groups will not hesitate to drop you in order to both save face and also be seen as being on the right side of history. And for DaBaby, that's becoming very clear to him right now. In recent days, both Lollapalooza and Governor's Ball announced that previously scheduled DaBaby would no longer play the festivals. In addition, the rapper is no longer scheduled to perform at November's Day in Vegas. Now DaBaby has released a new statement apologizing for his remarks. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ plus community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made.
That money getting short.
Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV/AIDS, and I know education on this is important. A very curious thing, but we'll get to that in a second. DaBaby eventually said that his gay fans aren't nasty gay or junkies. He also released a song and video titled Giving What It's Supposed to Give, seemingly making reference to his Rolling Loud remarks. At one point in the video, the rapper holds up a sign that says AIDS. The visual ends with "Don't fight."
You know what would have ended all of this? You gave an apology to DaBaby, yeah. You gave an apology. But as a real nigga, what y'all artists would say as a real nigga, your actions are more than your words. So even with your apology, if you should have at least donated, it didn't have to be $1 million, $2 million, at least 10 bands to the community. You know, start to make a start for change, for people to not do that again. You feel me? Like I said, I'm 100% for the LGBTQ community. They can do what they want. Is you live one life, bro. Me myself, I have a fiance. That's not my per but you know, I don't judge nobody, bro, because you cannot judge anybody. Who are you to judge someone else? Let's put it right there. Who are you to judge someone else? You're not God. You didn't make them. You have no extra abilities or powers than the next person. Your blood color is the same color unless you got something in it. But who are you to really judge someone? Really?
Hate with hate, spelled out in rainbow lettering. It continues, My apologies for being me the same way you want the freedom to be you. There's a lot to process here, but not the least of which is that DaBaby is now backtracking hard after making a series of statements that were horrible. On one hand, he did apologize multiple times for what he had said, but can we honestly believe these words? Or are they yet another case of a celeb or star being caught with their real face on and trying to rewind things to where they were beloved? In DaBaby's case, it's
not really rewinding. It's the fact that he has to do it. You gotta understand, this guy is a superstar. He has publishers, you know what I'm saying, a label. He has lawyers behind him. He has people telling him what's the best idea and what to do. So if he doesn't do this and he lets it prolong, then there's gonna be more complaining. There's gonna be, oh, he hasn't apologized yet. So when he does apologize, people still don't accept it. Oh, we want to see more consequences towards this. It's like it's a never-ending process, bro. So my best bet for him is to just log off of social media for a couple of weeks. You know, stay off of social media. Keep your face off of social media unless it's something positive towards the social environment that can give you bonus points to what just happened. You feel me?
Probably the latter, DaBaby versus cancel culture. The reason we say this is that DaBaby wasted no time in going after the people he felt were responsible for his current fall. No, not the venues that canceled him or the people he insulted, but rather social media. Before making his apologies, he went after social media to state how it was their fault he was in this downward spiral. Social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. He wrote, as a man who's had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that what I needed was education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. He added, I appreciate the many people who came to me with kindness, who reached out to me privately to offer wisdom, education, and resources. That's what I needed, and it was received. Okay, there's a lot to break down there. So let's start with the easiest parts. It's true that the internet is known to move fast in order to get things done, and sometimes it's for the best, and sometimes it's for the worst. The problem, though, is that this is a case where the internet was honestly right to act this way. Plus, don't forget, it wasn't just the internet that was going after him. People like Dua Lipa, Elton John, and even Madonna, which speaks volumes, were going after him for his comments. Really? So it wasn't just some random internet people asking for him to be canceled, it was others with clout going after him as well. Which brings us to the other things. Opportunity to grow. When Ellen DeGeneres, yes, this will come back to DaBaby, I promise, when she was under the eye of the cancel culture.
And most of these artists who are jumping in, I don't ever see them when it comes to real shit. Like, when it comes to black people getting shot by cops, I don't ever see these people. Other than Kim Kardashian helping free, you know, a lot of lives that was facing a lot of time in prison, like up to 3 life sentences, and help them got freed. Other than that, I don't know a lot of people, especially white folks. Don't get me wrong, I don't have no prejudice against whites, blacks, yellows, oranges, purple, green. I don't care what fucking color you are, like I said before. But I mean, before you speak, know who you are first. Before you speak about something or on a subject, look in the mirror, look in your past, and see if you haven't done that before you speak, my guy.
Due to the scandal involving her treatment of people in her workplace, one line that infuriated many during her monologue was that she was a work in progress. Fast forward to now, and you hear a similar line with DaBaby via people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. On a certain level, it's true that people need to learn from their mistakes, but with both Ellen and DaBaby, their mistakes were ones that should never have been made in the first place.
Who is that rapper, yo? Who's that guy?
Slur for the first time and didn't know.
I know that's Logan Paul, but
or do an uncharacteristic act that had people seeing them in a new light. Both of them were very experienced people in life and willingly chose to do certain things because they felt they could. No one told DaBaby to go and say that line. That came out of his head. Then, after making the first apology, he went and blasted those who tried to berate him for what he did. So not only did he clearly not mean the apology, he was mad at being called out. That's not a lack of a chance to grow. That's a refusal to admit admit that you had done wrong. This is a classic case of spin, where you're trying to make yourself look good while blasting those who are honestly trying to get change to happen. And it just shows that DaBaby really doesn't care about what he said, he just cared that he got caught. The future of DaBaby. So let's get to the final round. What is going to be the fate of DaBaby now that cancel culture is all up in his grill and people are starting to drop him left and right? Well, his apology is likely to make some progress in regards to mending fences. The catch though is that he may already be too scarred due to the people speaking out against him, Dua Lipa, Elton John, etc. What's more, this is hardly his first terrible act. It's just one that has gotten more media attention than others he's done. In short, he's in for a bad stretch of road ahead. Could he bounce back? Absolutely. But it won't be easy, because the internet never forgets. And it's going to be hard to forget those words he said here. And there you go, everyone, a look at the situation with DaBaby and how cancel culture is making him pay for his various comments. Do you think that these acts against him are fair? Do you think that he's being treated unjustly given how others have said things of this nature? And
Exactly! How is he being treated unfair? Millions and millions of other people have said the same thing. I don't see them on the news. I don't see them blowing up. I don't see them getting consequences. The hell?
This kind of hate. What do you think is
Man, people just be salty, dog. People just be goddamn bored, broke, and salty, bro. They feel so bad about themselves, they gotta put it out on somebody else to make them feel like shit. But anyways, bro, if y'all enjoyed this video, let me let the rest play out for a little so I can hear the rest.
What happened to DaBaby next? Go ahead and let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to,
like he said, let us know in the comments down below, bro. But that's my opinion. That's my statement. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. If you like it, hit the like button. If you're fucking with me, hit the subscribe button. And if you're not, nigga, hit the X. I don't care, nigga. Get out of here.